Bitcoin has been relatively quiet over the last few days, meaning that we could be entering into a nice period of consolidation for the premier crypto asset. And this, in turn, will give altcoins the time they need to breathe to have some good market action. We've already been seeing some pumps happening. In fact, we've seen some pretty big gains across the board for a lot of altcoins. The top altcoins, the mid caps, the low caps, they're all moving, but it hasn't gone totally crazy yet. There is more room to go. In this video, I want to share some charts with you that show that we are indeed entering an altcoin cycle. And also, I have a hot new token sale that you may want to have on your radar. My name is Lark, and this is where you subscribe for all of the hottest and all of the latest happening out here in the crazy markets. Also, a reminder that if you are not yet a member of the Wealth Mastery Investor Report, then you should definitely check that out. So for less than $10 every week, you are going to get an investor report just packed full of valuable info sent straight to your inbox. Now, every single issue includes an altcoin report, so a deep dive altcoin report, a trending coin report, technical analysis. We do a DeFi tutorial, interview with an industry leader, the latest token sales, latest airdrops, and much more. So click on the link down below to learn more about becoming a member today. Okay, so we may be on the cusp of a major altcoin cycle. Bitcoin has basically been ranging since hitting its new all-time highs, finally giving altcoins room to breathe a little bit. But of course, you have to realize that Bitcoin can always stage a big comeback and kind of ruin the party, right? We could just see Elon Musk come out tomorrow and say, I bought $1 billion of Bitcoin. That would send Bitcoin higher without a doubt. But we are seeing the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index falling for the first time in a very long time, which is a healthy thing to see. We were over like 90 on this meter for like 2 months straight, showing very firmly that we are in a strong Bitcoin-led cycle. Surprise, surprise, right? But now that we are seeing a correction happening in the Fear and Greed Index without a wider market collapse, it says to me that Bitcoin is indeed going through a consolidation phase, getting ready, getting wound up for its next big move, and that we are starting to see altcoins rise. We're starting to see them breathe a little bit. We're starting to see the gains happen there. Now, another chart showing that altcoins are again taking the spotlight is the Bitcoin dominance charts. You can see that we topped out here 3 weeks ago, and you know that rejection candle on the weekly, I mean, just wow, what a big wick on top there. Now this felt quite toppy too, as you know, it's kind of that time when you see Bitcoin maximalists start coming out and saying Bitcoin dominance is going to go to 90%, all altcoins are going to die. That's usually the kind of sentiment that indicates that a top signal is in for Bitcoin dominance in the short term. Since that time, Bitcoin dominance has been falling, as you can see. Now, how low it will go is obviously anyone's guess, but as a reminder, last year's so-called DeFi summer brought dominance down to around 57%, so I think that's a pretty good area to be looking at. Now, the price of Bitcoin during this period can actually stay flat, it can rise slightly, it can fall slightly, go through that consolidation period, while altcoins quite simply outpace Bitcoin, right? I also want to share this chart with you that I got from a guy named Secrets of Crypto over on Twitter. Now it shows the usual flow of money that happens during crypto cycles. So we've already seen the Bitcoin money flow happen, right? We saw billions and billions piling into Bitcoin. Bitcoin doubled over its all-time high and then some, right? Ethereum has been moving a lot too, although it hasn't yet crossed its all-time high. I suspect that's going to happen pretty soon. While everything in the market has generally been moving higher, we have in the last few days seen phase 3 on this chart really starting to heat up. We see Chainlink and Polkadot, for example, both have made new all-time highs. I mean, these are big cap cryptocurrencies, right? They're starting to make some big moves. Cardano and Stellar Lumens also have seen big gains over the last few weeks. And what comes next is money flowing down to smaller cap altcoins. This is what many refer to as altcoins. altcoin season. This is when we start to see, the blow-off captures from the big tops, looking at the short term. We're not talking about cycle peak highs, right? But we're talking about a cycle within the wider cycle. We see the mid-cap and the low-cap coins start to see, really big gains. Some of them are going to see multi-100% gains within a few days or a few weeks. This is the time when the entire market could start pumping. Even the total garbage with zero fundamental value will pump because, the market, it's still highly irrational. I mean, just look at the top 50 coins. There is some absolute just total garbage in there. I mean, we have Bitcoin Satoshi Vision and Ethereum Classic and stuff like this. No one's using that stuff. It's just, why is it there? But it's there because, the market is crazy and it's going to pump probably because that's what happens in a crazy cycle like this. And as I keep saying, you don't need to wait for everything to be pumping by hundreds of percent to get gains in this market. It all makes it easier, right? But the greed usually screws your head in that situation anyway, and you may not take profits in time. But gains are happening every single day in this market. We've talked about quite a few coins here on the channel which have pumped like crazy. If you're open for the opportunities, if you're looking for the opportunities, you're making the money already. You don't need an altcoin season. If you want to stay safe and stick to the big caps, then look at Polkadot. That's done more than a 4x since we first started talking about it here on the channel. Mid caps have also been going crazy. Some of our favorites like Synthetics has gone up just massively over the last few months. Elrond has done a 30x or something since we first started talking about it here on the channel. And I'm not trying to say, there's some oracle picking cryptos or whatever. Just that's the market, right? We do have this potential in the market. Low cap gems like Ramp and Polkastarter, they went totally crazy and they're going to keep going crazy. And of course, you must be watching out for promising token sales. There have been so many good ones, and there are so many good ones coming up. Now, one good one that happened recently was MahaDAO. Now, this is 50x already from the ICO price or some crazy number like that, depending on what the price is at this exact time, but it's gone up like crazy. And even for those who missed the ICO, and that's basically all Americans, right? Americans can't participate in ICOs. You could still buy it when it hits Uniswap. So you could have bought MahaDAO for $1 on Uniswap and be up 20x on your money. I also wanted to mention that MahaDAO has just released their ARTH value coin. Now this is currently live. It is being distributed to community members from prominent platforms like Matic and Maker and RSR and Sushi and Curve and YFI and others, as well as Maha stakers. Of course, you can stake the Maha coin to get that as well, and Maha liquidity providers for the Uniswap pool. Now this is a so-called seniorage coin, meaning that when the price trades above $1, that new coins will be minted and handed out to holders as a way to try to decrease the price and try to return it back down to its $1 peg. So this is the chance for you to get in early on a new seniorage coin. Now we have seen coins like Ampleforth and Empty Set Dollar do just mind-boggling returns for investors who got in early when the market caps were small. With seniorage coins, the market cap is one of the things that matter the most. Look for small market cap coins. This could be the next one. You might lose all your money too, so you have to keep that in mind, but it's an opportunity for investors looking for a risky opportunity. Next, I want to talk about an upcoming token sale that I'm bullish on. You guys probably remember that I talked about e-money and Paid Network recently. I do want to give a quick update on those because both of them are having their initial token offerings soon. Now, e-money is a new stablecoin provider focusing on bringing in a new wave of stablecoins for currencies that aren't so often seen in crypto. So we're going to see things like they're bringing in the euro and the Swedish krona, for example. So a lot of more exotic cryptocurrencies, right? So there's still major currencies in the world, but they're going to bring those stable coins. Their token sale is on January 19th at 1200 CET time. The other is Paid Network. That's a decentralized legal platform which is going to be bringing smart contracts to Polkadot for decentralized legal agreements, cutting out the lawyers, cutting out all the costly fees that are so often attributed or we see that coming with legal agreements. Now, their token sale is happening really soon, so make sure to follow them on Twitter for all the latest details around their sale. And another that I'm very bullish on that's coming up is Bridge Mutual. Now, Bridge is working in the insurance niche. Now, this is an area of the market that I believe is poised for some serious growth over the coming year or two. Insurance is such a big use case. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry in the quote-unquote real world, right? But Bridge Mutual, they're going to be providing insurance coverage for just a range of different products in the crypto space, including smart contract insurance, stablecoin insurance, exchange insurance. That's all really important stuff, right? Those are also the biggest risk areas when we talk about DeFi, right? This in effect covers the majority of actually the risk in the DeFi ecosystem, as well as being able to bridge, of course, over to centralized finance, right? You can get insurance for your Coinbase account. That's pretty cool stuff. It's really powerful technology. Now, insurance is one of, I think, the most needed and yet most underrepresented use cases in crypto right now. We only have a couple of players, and only one or two of them are kind of big, so there's a big opportunity to come in. Now, Bridge's decentralized insurance also allows you to either take an insurance policy out to get cover for yourself, or to actually be the person providing coverage and collecting fees. I love this because it means that you and I can now effectively act as the insurance company, right? By using these smart contracts, all without any KYC, meaning that anyone, anywhere can use this insurance. Just smart contracts running the protocol for both the cover seekers and the cover providers. Now, the BMI token will give staking rewards as well as entitle you to a portion of the fees generated on the platform. Oh, and did I mention, of course, it's going to be built on Polkadot, so you know this is going to be hot. I'm personally investing in Bridge Mutual. I think it's going to do very, very well on the market. They will be having their token sale on January 30th, but they are doing their whitelist right now. In fact, round one of their whitelisting actually ends in a few hours from the time that you're going to see this video, if you're seeing it within the first few hours of it coming out. So if you miss this round, then keep an eye out for round two. That will be coming as well. But try and get in because it's a very highly oversubscribed sale already, I think. Anyway, all three of these token sales are happening on Polkastarter, man. Polkastarter. It's been a big one this year, just like Trust Swap, right? They got all these great sales coming. All of the Polkastarter sales we've seen have been returning really big gains for investors. I fully expect that the three I've mentioned here today will be the same, considering the hype that we see building around Polkastarter, around Polkadot, and around all three of the ones that I just mentioned here. Anyway, your question for today: do you think that we are actually entering into a new altcoin cycle where we see Bitcoin kind of chill and altcoins going crazy for a while? Or is Elon Musk going to market buy $1 billion of the Bitcoin? Bitcoin's going to rage back and spoil the party for altcoins again, as it so often does. Bitcoin, man. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.